How's it going, boys? Hope everyone's good on this fine Tuesday night. How's it going, Crystal Miller? How we doing? Hope you're very well. I see there's a couple of people on live tonight. So this Nacho friend, how you doing? Big Ank MMA. Let's go. Frankie is live. I am live. How you doing, Big Ank MMA? The schedule is getting nice and consistent. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Which now that I'm saying it out loud, I realize is way too much of me on this platform. I might need to tone it down a little bit. But good to see you, Big Ank MMA. And congratulations on your magnificent victory. I have a very proud child that she went and earned her own money for her own candy today. That is legendary. Did you take any kickbacks? You might need to start discussing a percentage of for room and board. Just saying. How you doing, Westy? What's good, my man? I assume you're at work at the moment. Ank Glazers make Potan fans look like humble geniuses. I don't know. That might be a bit far. I mean, Poetards, as they're rightfully called, are the most insufferable fan base on the planet. It's why I don't really feel too bad about the whole humbling for him. I'm doing great, Frankie. Just celebrating the big victory. Still, I bet you're going to be buzzing about this for months. And to be honest, with a rematch on the horizon, it looks like old Big Ank might be champion for quite a considerable amount of time. And fair play to him. Yeah, work for another hour. Sweet, man. You're still working on the ground, I'm assuming. What's good, Angie? Hope you're well. Thanks for streaming, Frank. Kloss, thank you very much for coming on the other day. I mean, you and I were kind of backseat drivers, as is often the case on a Sunday for me, but I enjoy the chaos. I think I might have to come up with some kind of system or something, because it just ends up being like, I think it might have to do with how the stream collaborates sometimes, because people just all start talking at the same time. I think there might be a little bit of a lag or something, but it's still very fun nonetheless, and I love having those guys on. So we'll find a way of working it out. No, I got screwed out of adding 150 to the total. Well, at least I know that it's in your mind. I like that. Did you see the pound for pound rankings? The pound for pound rankings, mate. I've made so many videos about the pound for pound rankings. I think the pound for pound rankings are the stupidest, most useless waste of time. They're so dumb. I mean, Bilal Muhammad being fifth pound for pound just says it all. It's a ridiculous list that makes no fucking sense. And I hate everything about it. Alex Pereira being number 8. Did you say that makes no sense? That is mad. Wasn't he like second? It goes to show you how dumb it is. Fuck the pound for pound list. Ank had to have the performance of his life to get a 48-47. I'm not impressed. The thing is, the reason why I'm very impressed with Ankalaev's performance. He made Alex Pereira look bang average. He had him on the back foot. I got a lot of shit for the short that I put out, where I had a lot of Ankalaev fans toasting me. They obviously didn't watch the entire short. I started it by saying, according to the scoring criteria, I think Pereira could have won the fight 3-2. But what I ultimately said is that Ank controlled the fight, and that it's very hard for anyone to justify him not getting the win. I got fucking cooked by Ankalaev retards. I think because of their inbred tiny brains, they could literally only watch about 6 seconds of a short, and then they were just fucking, commenting away like their fingers were going mad. It is what it is. I'm cooking pancakes right now. Awesome. I'm kind of trying to I'm kind of trying to trim down with like very, very little success. I've taken your advice and I've stopped eating after 6 o'clock. We'll see how that goes over the next 3 or so weeks. Yeah, it's a battle on Sundays. I don't even know how it starts. I barely say a word, but I enjoy the. It basically turns into the Giuliano and Good Noodle show, which I'm more than happy with because they go at it. What I should do in future on Sunday is let those two in and then just fuck off to bed and just leave the stream open all night. Ank did better than most against Alex at light heavyweight. John came close. Jan came close, but still lost. That you can make a strong argument that Jan Blachowicz won that fight. You really can. And again, it puts light heavyweight in a very awkward position because now Ankalaev's kind of by beating Alex, he's kind of clocked light heavyweight in a way. So it's a shame, but I'm happy the right guy won, the better guy won on the night, and I'm personally very happy. Another poop smear card this weekend. Yeah, it's dog shit. That's why I'll be honest with you, Kloss. I'm not even gonna talk about it. I could not give a fuck. The summary of this card is basically Vittori signs the contract. He sees Roman on the contract. He assumes it's Roman Kopilov, and then somebody has to tell him later, actually, mate, you're fighting Roman Dolidze again. That sums up this entire card. Complete waste of time. Complete blue balls waste of time. I had some waffles earlier. That's awesome, mate. I'm assuming you're not in the middle of Ramadan. Well, I don't know why I'm assuming you're Muslim. I don't know why I've made that assumption. But that sounds great. And you talking about food is making me itch right now because I'm struggling, you know. I'm trying to trim down a little bit. This Nacho friend, you never told us you got a channel, bro. Do you want me to put up your link? Please do so. Am I not subscribed to this My friend, hang on. Let me get on this. Definitely get. I'm assuming I'm subscribed, but I'm going to double check and ensure that I'm subscribed. It's going to be a very quiet night because Goat Music online, and this Nacho friend. Let's have a look. I bet you I'm subscribed. I'm not subscribed until now. Everyone subscribe to this Nacho friend. I'm assuming Crystal's already dropped that link already. Well, let's subscribe to him so we can encourage him to upload more because you've got quite a few videos on there. We've basically got like a network of just creators all over the shop now. That's how we roll around here now. We're trying to get more and more people to do it. And I need more people to create content so that I can steal all of your or I can get you to send videos to me that I can do collaborations on. That reminds me of when Benson Henderson thought he signed to fight Khabib, but it was actually I mean, Benson Henderson, he doesn't look like the sharpest tool in the shed. Let's put it that way. No, Frankie, but you'll catch up. Did I miss it already? I think I've just beat Westy to it, just about. Nice one, Angie. Thank you for subbing. Let's push this natural friend up. So what are we talking about today? I'm leaving it in your capable hands while I open my window because I've just realized it's like a fucking oven in here. Yeah, Benson Henderson is quite dumb, or looks quite dumb anyway. How you doing, JVD? JVD, I haven't ordered my rig yet, but I'm going to do so this week. I'm very close. The country is done. Tell me more. I mean, it's been done, but what's upset you this week? Benson Henderson might be in trouble if he goes to prison. He'd have to shave his head. He'd have to shave his head because he'll get a fucking train run on him in the first week. I don't care how good of an MMA fighter you are. You go to jail with that hair, you're getting fucking reamed out. What are you saying, Frankie? Fighting with a toothpick in your mouth wasn't genius. No, that's not really a good. I'm amazed. I'm amazed it didn't end up. What? That says it all, really, doesn't it? Let's talk about two-tier justice. That sounds a bit too intellectual for me. JVD, looks like you're gonna have to come over here and dig tunnels. I mean, I don't think JVD is gonna hang around in this country for too long. I don't think it's suitable for him anymore. Benson got that good her. There's that Charleston White coming out of you again, Sniff. What Western country is in the worst shape? As an Australian, I feel like things are pretty fucked up here also. Our time is over, this Nacho friend. It's over. The UK's been fucked. But you see, it doesn't really affect me because I live in my own little bubble and I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I only care about myself at this point. I care about myself, my kids, and my life. Everyone else can go suck a dick. I'm just being real. Fuck them. I'm not some. I get seen as the nice guy on YouTube. I'm nice, but I'm also incredibly selfish and I don't give a shit. The Labour Party have just made Browns able to commit crimes with less criminal sentencing. Specifically Browns. Is that in writing? I'd like to see a copy of that legislation. The UFC could have less cards, to be honest. I'll be real with you, Kloss. I think every 2 weeks is enough. Every time Sniff comes on and does that bit, my brain just literally turns into mashed potato. It's like I can't concentrate. Like you saw, I mean, for those of you who were here when the first appearance came about, I literally had no, I couldn't say anything. All minorities. I'm gonna need a copy of this legislation. Not that I can't take your word for it, JVD, but you're very opinionated on this matter. I'd love to see how that was phrased, wording wise. I'm the exact same way, but I feel like that's also part of why our countries are fucked. All other countries stick together and work together to further their agendas. Based whites just do their own thing, but to what cost? I've got a theory about this whole woke culture, Nacho. I think what they've done is they've rammed it down our throat to such an extent. They're gonna let it play out for 5 years or so. Well, it's already been 5 years. We're gonna get a couple more years of it. It's to the point where it's making everyone angry that we all rebel and everyone needs an enemy. And we're all gonna get sick of being or feeling like we're the minorities when really we're not. And then we're gonna strike back hard and fast. But the fact remains is just like it's all a big distraction. Like the things that are being taken from us on a day-to-day basis are shocking. And the UK is as soy and pussy as it's ever been. And we've always been a bit soy and pussy. I want to hear an impression of Keir Starmer saying it. I'm not very good at impressions. I'm sure JVD would be happy to oblige. I've never even heard the cunt speak, I'll be honest. I didn't even know who he was until he got elected. I give that little of a shit. I've never voted. I feel like my life doesn't change that much. There have only been a few significant things that have happened throughout the course of the last few things in the UK. Like, for example, 20%, the 20% tax thing, VAT thing. I noticed that because I import a lot of stuff from abroad, and that fucking annoyed me. But outside of that, it's a sentencing guideline where minorities of faith, race, and sex are more likely to be given lenient sentences. Guess it's time for us to leave, boys. They did it. How the fuck? I'm assuming that there's some kind of, I don't know, that it's not as clear cut as that because that cannot be a thing. The hairs on my neck stood up when you said we're gonna strike back hard and fast. Fingers crossed, man. What do you think that would look like in the UK? I don't know anymore. I mean, there have been instances of like rioting and civil unrest and things like that. So that we're more than capable of losing our shit. But it depends what gets taken from us. There's going to be a turning point where they're gradually taking things away from us, but there's going to be one moment when they go too far and we're just going to lose our fucking collective shit. I can't really ascertain when or if that's going to be, but I feel like it's going to happen at some point. We're too comfortable here. That's the problem. It's like, bam! It isn't about inclusion, it's about exclusion of straight white men. That's what it feels like at the moment, but I don't really feel like it's that. I feel like that's an illusion to an extent. We're being made to feel that way, but it's more just to piss us off, to give us an enemy. Talmudic law is superior to maritime law. I'm gonna pretend I understand what that means and just nod along. Sure, mate. Got no fucking idea. Isn't everything already taken? I feel like there's more for us to I feel like there's more to be taken from us, personally. I feel like once they start getting round to, like penalizing us for the things we say, prison sentences and things like that, which is very close, that would be the moment where we break. Frankie, you look like you had a long night. You good, mate? Well, interesting story, Grimy. One of my colleagues yesterday lost a finger at work. You heard me correctly. Lost a finger. So it's been a bit of a weird time, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm still a little bit shell shocked about it. Two students were basically fighting near a doorway, and one of them was trying to escape, and there was a teacher trying to get in between the middle of them, and then literally one of the guys has pulled the door. Her fingers got stuck in the door, and literally her fucking finger came popping off like a goddamn cartoon. I feel like the longer I stay in this job, I'm just seeing more and more horrific shit. Now, a man is stuck going to work where he's going to get hit by on women that are going to make equal pay, so that a woman sits at her home angrily and then leaves him and takes everything he has. This is the problem I've got with legal pay, Crystal Miller, and the issue I'm always going to have with it. I don't like that women can make the same amount of money that we do, but then use use our money and then fuck the mailman and then get us kicked out of our house and take our, the whole spiel, all that evil shit. Which finger? Index finger, bro. Index finger. It's not an illusion. They are about to start drafting young men to go into a meat grinder while they import military aged brown people. It doesn't take a genius to see what's happened. This is the thing with me though, Black Betty. I am willfully ignorant about this stuff. Because I don't mean to sound like a selfish prick, but it just doesn't affect me. And I'm not planning on staying here that long. I'm really not. I can't be asked. I see where this country's going, and it's fucked. Off to Asia, mate. I keep on banging on this drum, and I'm gonna keep banging on this drum. As soon as I give it 12 months, and I'm getting the fuck out of here. I'll rent my house out and piss off. Holy shit. Poop play now finger amputation. UK schools are what the thing is here. So it's a graduate institution. So these are older people I'm talking about. 18 to like 24, 25 is the general age group. Mate, I've seen some wild shit. Lost a finger. Like we had a staff meeting after school, and one of my colleagues mentioned it. They were like, "Oh, I'm not going to say the woman's name, but blah 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 lost a finger today." And it was so ludicrously insane to me that I thought I'd misunderstood, and I just let the finger. And then at the very end, I just had to ask. I was like, "Sorry, did you say what's her name lost a finger?" Casually, yep, bit of an accident. It's deeply concerning. Anyway, Betty is right. He will be my Goobles. We're all moving to Costa Rica. Why Costa Rica? Sell me Costa Rica, sir. South America is like it is up and coming. I've heard Peru is fucking amazing. I've heard Argentina's amazing. I'm not playing second fiddle to an 18-year-old. Yeah, I kind of see that going the other way around, JVD, to be honest. And not a finger. But Sniff is right. Yeah, stand your base. It's coming. I'm telling you. This is a tension building moment. It's going to be a defining era. You can be the shit kicker Himmler then. Can they reattach the finger? No. In fact, it's worse than that, Westy. So what happened is half the finger came off, and then the bottom half of the finger was so mangled that they have to amputate the rest of it off. So she's basically going to have a stub. I've heard Argentina is a bad shithole. My sister went there the other day and she said it was absolutely epic. What up, Andrew? I love how Andrew enters my chat. Could the rest of you treat me with the same reverence? For fuck's sake. I mean, he comes in here, he calls me the GOAT, he calls me a pimp. I mean, the rest of you are just ungrateful bastards. My grandpa killed a ton of Nazis during World War II. What a legend. What a legend. My my grandparents were not involved in the war at all. I think one of them might have been, but my dad was a soldier. Not a very good one. He was probably doing the old glug 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 on duty, you know what I'm saying? But he was part of an illegal army. I'll leave it at that. You know my ancestry. The kid here says, "Oh my god, I hope that person's okay." I mean, to be fair to her, she's an absolute warrior. She wanted to come back into work the next day, and everyone was like, "Nah, you need to sue these fuckers." Like she absolutely took it like a legend. If I had my finger lopped off, I'd still be crying right now. So basically, she has a jur instead of a finger now. Well, that's unnecessary, Sniff. She doesn't even have a gur. She's got just a er. I think there's like a little mini stub left. Has anyone seen Lane lately? Yeah, Lane was in our last stream. She was here like on Sunday. That's the last time I saw her. And I think she could have been in No Chill stream yesterday, as far as I remember. If you look at all the UFC champs right now, every single one of them are well-rounded. I don't think that's ever happened where every single men's champion can do it all. Yeah. I mean, to a certain extent, you're right. It feels like we've got real MMA fighters as champions now and not specialists, which is awesome. But that's just generally where the trend of the sport is going. As you know, we have MMA gyms now. We don't have just like, this awesome wrestler that can strike a little bit or this jujitsu practitioner that can strike a little bit. It's not like that anymore. And all the better for it. But great point, Cayman Rider. Crazy how you rarely meet someone whose family died in the war. Mm, I don't really know how to address that. Just check. I've got more fucking emails. Hit the likes for the goat. Oh, you legend. Hit the fucking likes, cunts. My like count is always incredibly consistent. It usually settles for the night between 20 and 30, which I cannot complain about. Tom, my great uncle died in World War One in France. He's buried there. My condolences, I guess. I love it, and they're doing it at a high level. Yeah, the only thing is though, Cayman, you're absolutely right about that. It's kind of occurred to me though, are there any fights that stand out this year that you're looking forward to? Because I'm like stumped. I'm looking forward to obviously Volkanovski and Diego Lopez. But outside of that, I don't think there's that much to look forward to. And now I'm kind of stumped because I made a bet with Gilly that John Jones would never ever fight Tom Aspinall, and now it's looking like it's going to happen. That son of a bitch always manages to pull it out of the bag. Ladies and gentlemen, in lights of our host putting up with our jackassery and our fuck duckery, you should hit the like button. Exactly. Lopez and Volk is the only one I'm looking forward to. Is DDP and Hamza officially signed though? Yeah, and I'd be happy to hand my money over to Giuliano if we get. I'm not excited about Paddy and Chandler. I'll be honest. I feel like Chandler should no longer be in the UFC. That's my honest opinion. I hate that little goblin. That cringe. See you at the top. I hate him. Fuck Michael Chandler. The fact that he gets another sort of he's what is it, 2-6 in the promotion? That's mental. That is insane. Fuck him. Torres versus Doba. I mean, it's a scrap. It's a scrap. But Drickus and Hamzat is going to be crazy hyped when it goes down. Moreno versus Ursig is good. I don't even think Ursig should be getting that fight though. He just got chinned by Kai Kara France. I think that's kind of tough on Moreno. I think Moreno's going to dog walk him as well. Burns versus Morales is I'm looking forward to. That's a good fight. Makes sense. I feel like Burns is kind of obviously on his way out though. So Neil versus Prates is actually a great fight. I stand corrected. There's some stuff to look forward to, but I'm more thinking in terms of the title picture. Because I mean, even with Bilal Jack Della Maddalena, I'm looking forward to it. But it's like I think Bilal's gonna beat him, and that's just gonna make me upset. Jocelyn Edwards versus Chelsea Chandler, I'm looking forward to as well. Well, I know why you're looking forward to it, you sick fuck. Jocelyn Edwards looks sweaty, doesn't she? Silva versus Mitchell. Actually, do you know, the more you guys speak, I feel rejuvenated again. Silva versus Mitchell is and Roundtree versus Hill. I mean, that's all right. It's gonna be a slobber knocker. They both stand. I mean, I just don't care. Like, if somebody wins, whoever wins, I'm gonna be like, all right. Like, I'm not that bothered. I'm really not. Couldn't give a fuck, mate. I'd enjoy it while it's going on, but I don't really care that much. I guess we're finally gonna see Juliana Pena get dog walked. I guess that's something. And this Nacho friend just it's like we're, you know, a horse and carriage and a harness. Jocelyn Edwards could sweat on me all she wants. Kloss, your love of of a certain demographic. I'm not even saying your love of black women is weird. I'm saying your love for Butters black women is strange. However, I heard your rationale in the middle of all the madness we were talking about on Sunday, and you basically saying that you're into black women that are ugly but have bodies makes a lot of sense to me. And the gratefulness aspect of it, this is a man who understands the game. Ilya Tapuria versus Islam is exciting too. It just seems like Islam's title defenses include too many super fights for my liking. I don't think that gets booked next. I'd honestly be surprised. I reckon they do. The good thing is Gaethje winning was great because it makes it far more likely that we get Ilya versus we make it that we get Gaethje versus Poirier free, which is what I think should be happening, and it eliminates the kind of fights that they can give to Poirier as like a welcome to the 155. Thoughts on Sniff and JVD's pagan streaming work ethic? As a fan of both channels, I'm all for it. I'm in no position to judge anyone's streaming schedules or approaches because mine is just straight up terrible. Yeah, Klaus, I know your game. I know your game, you little scumbag. Bodied up, busted chicks will clean your entire house after taking it in the ass. Jesus Christ! I mean, when you put it romantically like that, and I mean, you've got a point. I mean, I was saying a very similar thing in my last stream. It is the ideal like bone butters, but hot, but like butters from the neck up. But JVD, I watch a lot of your stuff retrospectively, mate. You stream at very, very bizarre times, and I always big up your streams. So go fuck yourself. Big kisses. What up, Frankie? Thoughts on Alex Pereira's ex talking shit about him on social media after his loss? I mean, she's a salty little slag, but funny nonetheless. I'm not sure exactly what she said. But it's the same as when like Bivol's ex started like, just gunning him out. This is the era we live in now. I thought it was somewhat entertaining. All this bullshit is somewhat entertaining to me. But petty as well. How you doing, Mr. 509? Good to see you here, bro. Knee guard. Nice try. Nice try. I've almost slipped up again. When are you next going on, JVD? I need to get on a panel with you as well because you're usually quite entertaining. I'm well up for that. Now that I've got a more busy schedule going. Did you see Yuri Cook Ankon aerial show? I would not be disappointed if that was the next fight. I love Yuri. The thing is with Yuri is like every fight he's in is fun. I wouldn't mind seeing that matchup. Because the thing is with the Alex and Ankalaev fight, I don't see it going any differently. I don't see it, unfortunately. I don't think you got Musical to drop it. I think Musical wanted to drop it and have an excuse to drop it. I don't know, man. I'm busy. Well, fuck you then, bro. I still need to have more in-depth discussions with you about what to do with my PC situation because I'm still feeling a bit confused. I need to sort it out this week. And the thing is, yeah, I'll spend like 4 grand on a computer and then I won't game on it whatsoever. So it's almost a waste of money. But now that I've got it in my head that I want to do it, I'm definitely going to do it. Once I decide I want something, that's the end of it. Whether it's practical or worthwhile or not, I'm going to do it. But yeah, this natural, I did see that, and I'm all for it. I thought Ankalaev moving to him was a bit tasteless. Ankalaev just seemed either Ankalaev is just on a cooking spree and he's like fuck it, or he's got that little rat Ali Abdulaziz speaking for him again, which is very ill advised because that cunt is a disgrace. If he's allowing that little weasel to if he's allowing that weasel to all right. So JVD, I'm all for that. The thing is here, I want to get that Nvidia I want to basically get that high level Nvidia graphics card, but it's 2 grand just by itself. So I'm thinking, because I think when you buy it in a package, it's they're reduced a little bit, and they're very hard to find those cards as well. And also, yeah, I did take your advice about upping the RAM from 32 to like 128. So I'm gonna do that. Who's the next heavyweight champ after Tom? Do you see any legit prospects on the rise? Junior Taffa's title run coming soon? No, the Tubby Taffers will both be cut by July. They'll be fighting in PFL or Karate Combat, one or the other. I have a horrible feeling. I have a horrible, horrible feeling that the Jones and Aspinall fight is going to get booked, and that John Jones is going to beat him, because that's the cruel shit that we have to get dealt with. Yeri will grape Ank and save us from boringness at 205. I actually think it's a great matchup for Yeri. It's going to be one of those weird ones here where I think Yeri will do better against Ank because he won't get pushed back like that. Yeri will just keep smashing, whereas Alex was just constant. Once Alex got clipped a couple of times and was forced back, the fight was over. Ank just had control. Yeri won't let that happen. And I don't think Ankalaev has the same finishing potential that Alex does. So I imagine that being a war. I'd love to see that fight. Yeah, everyone just tries to excuse Ank by saying, "Oh, it's Ali." But if it's being said under your name, then it's on you, in my opinion. 100%. Either way, he needs to shut the fuck up. Because Yeri actually paid him a compliment and was like, you did a great job, blah, blah, blah. And then he's just like, you're a fraud. Why is he a fraud? Yuri Prohaska, in whatever 10 years or whatever it is, has only lost to Alex. Oh yeah, the 50-90 is pretty shit, by the way. The thing is, yeah, it's not that it's a shit card, yeah. What they're saying is, yeah, is that it's way overpriced. That's the issue. But the thing is, yeah, I don't trust AMD because AMD cards are way too noisy. I'd rather pay for the Nvidia, and I reckon performance-wise, it's the best card to go with. It's just too fucking expensive. Yuri will walk into the fire and KO Ank or get KO'd, and that's exactly what I want to see. How you doing? How you doing, Paradox, man? What's good, brother? That's the thing for me. I think Jones is going to win. I'm rooting for Aspinall because I want a young new heavyweight champion, but that kicking game, it's really tough to ignore. Jones is a fruity little bastard, but he is an amazing fighter. His IQ in there is unparalleled, and I think it's going to be a massive step up for Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall hasn't fought anywhere near the level of John Jones. He just hasn't. And John Jones will be ready for him. That motherfucker game plans like nobody. I'm still maintaining that he's too scared to fight Tom and that he's gonna cut. I think what he does is he accepts the fight. This is my prediction. I think he accepts the fight, it gets booked, and then I think John Jones pulls out, citing an injury, and then he relinquishes the title. And then he'll turn around and say, "Oh man, well I wanted to fight, but my body finally gave up on me," and then he'll fuck off. That's what I think is gonna happen. But yeah, JVD, I need to discuss this graphics card situation more with you because I'm not exactly an expert, as you can hear. Are you going to Edwards versus Bilal from Wish? I don't know what you mean by that. Do you mean the Bilal and JDM fight? Or do you mean the London card? Actually, do you know what? Yeah, one of the boys offered me a card, a ticket to go to the London card, but it's on the weekend before I fly to Asia. So I was like, "Fuck it, man. I don't know if I don't know if I can go down to London and because if I go to that card, I'm gonna have to get drunk, and I don't want to be getting absolutely smashed out of my gourd the night before I travel because that will just be painful." Ali is a cancer to the sport. I don't understand why he has so many fucking fighters under him. I don't get it. I don't get how he got into this position. I hate Ali Abdulaziz. Every time he I actually I've ratioed very few people in my time on Twitter, big, I don't want to call them celebrities, but like I out ratioed Ali Abdulaziz in one of his tweets. And I did the same to Bilal Muhammad. I'm very proud of both those moments. When they asked me on your stream what channels I know, I was like, Paradox to Chad. Yeah, that was quite the moment. That was quite the moment. I'm on a mission to go to the London card. I'll be honest with you. What put me off, I got offered a ticket by our boy that runs Silk Pajamas, and seeing Molly McCann on the main card made me not want to go, even for free. But also as well, he's refusing to take money for the ticket, and I'm like, I don't roll like that. Like he's my boy and everything, but I'm just like, I can't be taking free stuff off people. It's never been my way. Yeah, pull up my tweets. I think the first one, the Bilal one was literally like 2 months ago. It got something like, I'm not joking, like 7,000 likes or something. And his tweet got less than that. I said something really vicious, and I stand by every word. And Jones doesn't throw calf kicks. Those oblique kicks, side kicks, especially with Tom Aspinall's history of having leg troubles as well. John Jones gives very nasty kicks, really nasty kicks. He gives those, those really just like, those ones that it's unspoken between fighters where they're like, we don't really do those kind of those nasty oblique kicks. John Jones does them all day. Eye poking, you know, the whole lot. John Jones doesn't care. Ali has had fighters under him because he did the Juice a favor back in 2001. Well, that's true. Little snake. I'll take the ticket. Let me ask him for you. Let me ask him for you. Because if you're down, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's just giving the ticket away because he's not going, or if he's just being one of the boys. I don't know. Tom is gonna murder Jones. I'm sick of acting like he won't. I've been saying that for about a year. The reason why I believe that he won't is because life is cruel and unfair. Genuinely. And it would just be the perfect John Jones fuck you to everyone before he leaves. That's the trouble with it. Life is cruel and unfair. John Jones gets to do every unscrupulous thing in the book and still walk away technically undefeated and shattering all of our dreams and ruining heavyweight for the next 10 years. It's just who the cunt is. He's made a pact with somebody. The way that John Jones has looked in his last 5 fights, everything within me says Tom Aspinall beats the shit out of him. It's just that I don't believe that life is fair in that way. Ali Abdulaziz tweeting from fighters' accounts reminds me of people using alts on YouTube. It's way less cringy than that, though. Ali Abdulaziz, you can always tell when he's got his stink on a tweet. He's just the worst cunt going. I don't usually wish death on people, and I'm not doing that now. I hate him. I hate Ali Abdulaziz, and every chance I get to fucking skinflint the cunt, I do it. He's awful. It's not going to be close. He went to round 4 with Stipe. It was round 3, wasn't it? It was round 3, and to be fair, I mean, I feel like John Jones played with his food a little bit. I think if John Jones wanted to, he could have smashed him out in the first round. Stipe looked like he was on -2 times speed. He looked absolutely awful. So, I feel like he could have finished him at any moment. And then coming out and saying, "Oh, he was a warrior," and I just thought, "You're scum, mate." Stipe has never looked so terrible, not even close. I would like Aspinall to win, but I can see Jones doing that, arms stretched out, and Aspinall's punches just falling short. I mean, Jones has a longer reach, right? Aspinall has all the physical advantages and speed advantages you would think. And the thing is, yeah, John Jones is not. Is John Jones going to be able to sweep Tom Aspinall down in the same way as he did to Stipe? That's what remains to be seen. John Jones is incredibly skilled. I don't think Tom Aspinall is as slick as him with the trips and the little tactics they use within the. You know what I'm saying? Connor has the best tweet to Ali of all time. When you die, I celebrate. Yeah, Connor doesn't really pull his punches, does he? Connor's been wrong about a lot of stuff, but he's definitely not been wrong about Ali Abdulaziz. It was round 4. Jones and Stipe got to round 4, did they? Fuck, did they? I thought it was round 3. But it was the very beginning of round 4, right? I'm sure it wasn't, yeah, because I bet on that. I bet on that fight going to. Yeah, it was round 3. It was a round 3 TKO, sir. How you doing, Larry? What's good, my man? And if Aspinall's punches fall short, that's where problems are. Well, the thing is, here, John Jones does not have knockout power, and Aspinall is a is like a he's not a fat. He literally just about makes the heavyweight limit, and he's not fat with it. It was the end of round 3. That's what I thought. Having his twig arms out will not give him the fight. I get what you're saying. Stipe took round 2 off Jones. He fucking did not, mate. Now you're reaching. When Tom wins, everyone will wonder why they didn't see it clearer. Tom is fast, strong as an ox, and accurate. Everything I can see from the eye test tells me that Tom Aspinall rips him to pieces. I just believe in the cruelty of the universe. And John Jones is way overdue getting the humbling of a lifetime. But I can see the prick riding off into the sunset and shattering all of our dreams. Stipe didn't win an exchange. Stipe got absolutely dominated. It was awful to watch. He was so slow. And John Jones knew it within 10 seconds. He was like, this guy's fucked. And he just toyed with him. But it means nothing because Stipe hadn't fought in 4 years and he's old as fuck. I mean, he looked like he struggled with the stairs. You remember that clip of him when he was wandering around at that event and he looked like he looked like walking was a challenge. I fucking hate John Jones. Yeah, you can't argue that Stipe won a round. That's fucking insane talk. Stipe beat the bollocks off him. What? Yeah, sick troll, bro. I wish that was the case. That would have been the funniest thing if Stipe had chinned him. John Jones only wanted to fight Stipe so that he could stick it to Daniel Cormier again, which in a way is quite funny. That's the only reason why he wanted to fight him. So it could be another black mark on Cormier's record. Because the hatred there it will never die. Never, never, never. Top of New York, how you doing, bro? The cruelty of the universe is real. I mean, I understand what you mean. Yeah, bro. John Jones, I feel, will just be one of those ones where karma never catches up to him. I just have that feeling. People can say whatever they want about John Jones. He's a cheater. He's a liar. He clearly takes it up the arse and gives it up the arse. However, he's very smart. He doesn't take fights that he's not going to win. He doesn't get himself into scenarios he's not going to win. And the thing is, Tom has been incredible. He's got the youth, he's got the speed, he's got the power, and he's very well rounded. He's obviously not as experienced as Jones. I just don't know. I have a bad feeling that that's how it's going to go down. I hope I'm wrong. I want to see John Jones get flatline KO to the point where we're all looking at him and being like, is he dead? I want him to get battered that badly. I don't just want him to lose. I want him to get humiliated. Brutally humiliated. If anyone deserves to get humbled, it's John Jones. A strange, dark part of me is forced to respect John. I used to respect John Jones a lot. There was a time years ago when I made videos on the subject saying, love him or hate him. And I liked him as a personality to some extent. I thought he was quite funny. But the stuff that he's done since, he's just a scumbag. All the ducking and dodging has just been gross. And I still really believe in me that he hates Tom Aspinall enough where he's just going to stall his career as long as possible. He wants to. I would honestly still. I know it's looking that way. It's trending that way. I'd honestly be surprised if John Jones fought Tom Aspinall. The only reason why I think he will, or I believe he will now, is because obviously the Alex Pereira fight's off the table. You can't use that as an excuse. And Turkey Al-Sheikh is fully in bed with Dana now. I mean, he took him by the hand. He said, "Look, show the world who daddy is, and I'll make sure that I look after you." He gave him the pocket like in Prison Break, the old teabag thing. Dana White took it like a little pussy. And I feel like under the table, Turkey's going to give John Jones whatever he wants to fight Tom Aspinall. It's going to be a stupid amount of money where John Jones literally cannot say no. I reckon he ends up walking away with anything up to $50 million. And as careful as John Jones is, he doesn't turn down $50 million, and that's what it's going to take. That would be my dream job, karma delivery person. I think you'd be awesome at it as well. I'd love that job. That'd be awesome. We should have like karma police. It's just not how the world works, unfortunately. And John Jones is as scummy as it gets. I just feel like he gets away with it. I find it funny how Jones has looked absolute shit in his past 5 fights, yet people still think he has a slight chance versus Tom, the best fighter in human history. John Jones always finds a way to get it done. And I mean, he's looked unstoppable at heavyweight. I mean, he made Garn look like nothing. I know he made Stipe look like nothing, which I know it doesn't really mean that much. But that's the problem. I mean, Garn has looked pretty terrible since as well. He lost to Volkov, you could arguably say. Almost got chinned out by Tuivasa. There's hope. Tom Aspinall is on a different level to all those guys. Tom Aspinall is going to be John Jones's biggest challenge, no doubt. I just, yeah. So you think you're still of the narrative that Garn took a dive here? Karma should be real. Yeah. I mean, we are in a simulation. There needs to be checks and balances, I guess. I just think I stand by what I said. I think John Jones will be the one person who rides off into the sunset with no repercussions for his actions, and then he'll be found dead in like some crack den, getting or some, I don't know, maybe not a crack den, but like a. I predict John Jones dies of AIDS. That's where I'm going. But in like 80, at 80 years old. That's what I predict will be the ending for John Jones. YouTube banned my message. How fucking dude! I got a kind of a community strike from YouTube yesterday for one of the shorts that I made, where I described what men are like and how we. I don't know if you guys saw that short. I think some of you did, where I talked about having post nut regret. YouTube didn't like that one. I got a message from them saying that I was a bit too graphic in what I said. Nah, AIDS is a minor these days, mate. But that's my prediction. What do you mean I'm fired from karma delivery person? Just because I'm backed up on good karma and I've delivered all the bad, I'm fired. Did I say that? Jones deserves the absolute worst. When John Jones retires, he's gonna fall off the rails. 100%. What did you say, JVD? I just watched the pre-nut regret. I don't think it was that bad of a video. I thought the video that I made about all Cub Scout leaders being nonces is probably where I went too far, but they had no problem with that one. YouTube's weird, man. I guess there's a possibility that some cunt reported me. Scum. Right before you nut, why am I even doing this? Then you have to imagine it's a different bish. I'm just being honest, man. Kloss, I've had many of those moments. I've had many of I mean, it's been a long time since I've, been smashing away and I've just been looking down at what I'm smashing and been, why am I here? Because I mean, all men have post-nut clarity. It's just even when the bish is fine, for that 20 or 30 seconds, maybe even longer than that, well, that first 5 minutes after the nut flies, no matter how hot the woman is, you're like, ugh, I wish she would leave. And then gradually your ball starts to refill. And you're like, actually, she's all right. Round two, ding, ding, ding. It rhymes with black scunt, and it was about gun. That sounds fine to me. You've said way worse than that slipped through. Whack munt. Oh, Paradox, I'm gonna inquire about that ticket for you, and I'll DM you. I'll DM you because I'm definitely not going. No, my brain went off on a tangent. That's how me being a karma delivery person ended in my head. I guess I'm fired. So so you came up with this imaginary scenario and then fired yourself from that imaginary scenario. I love how your brain works. By the way, shout out to everyone who's here live. If you wouldn't mind liking the stream, I would be very grateful. My channel took a massive hit at the end of the year, as all of you guys know, and I feel like I'm slowly galloping my way back towards 1,000 again, which is the aim this year. So I'd be very happy if I eventually got there. And I need some ideas from you guys about what to do when I get to Manila, because I'm definitely doing the ladyboy or no ladyboy game, which is going to be fucking brutal. But I need some more ideas. I've said the N word before. Man, you've entered saying that you've entered screaming it. I'll find your Discord or Instagram because my accounts got banned. What the fuck did you do? Paradox, I need to give you my WhatsApp number as well. There are certain people who I semi-trust with it. I'd fire myself if I hired myself too. We're all our worst critics, I guess. Lol, the way you're saying this, Frankie, I'm picturing a cartoon where somebody is walking out of a room, shaking their leg, and trying to get rid of the other character. That's how I envisaged it as well, to be honest. That's exactly how it played out in my mind. Eat tat live worm spaghetti on stream. Eat that live worm spaghetti. Are you fucking out of your mind? I'm not going out there to torture myself. I'm looking for, although mind you, if I did that, a lot of people would probably enjoy it. Labor is for pussies. See, Hustle Bones understands how to enter a chat. That's how you do it. You just walk in talking that shit immediately. Give yourself a severance pay in it. JVG, is there any way you can? I'll talk to you about this on DM. I know you're busy, but I'm going to be alone over there next month, and it's kind of it's a harrowing thought to me. Yeah, eat Aaron Tats. It's a bit harsh. I need some ideas because every time I go out there, I talk a big game and then I do fuck all. I end up just getting blitz drunk and just doing the odd stream and then crashing out pretty hard. So I need some ideas that are gonna work. I'll probably do some like I might do like a live cam thing where I just go to the odd bar or two and then just, maybe do some on stream, I don't know, forfeits or some shit. We'll see how it goes. I need ideas though. I'll graph your WhatsApp number all over Stoke saying ring for blood. What? Ring for oh fuck, I don't need that. Yeah, fuck it. Like I've had my number since I was like 10 years old. And when you see what my number is, you're gonna understand why. My phone number is I can literally say it to you once and you'll never forget it. It's the most goated phone number you'll ever encounter. It's so memorable. And no, it's not. I didn't have the very first phone number, so it's not like 07800000000001. But it's close to that. But yeah, you can trust me. And you've now got me second guessing my decision to say this live on air. But yeah, I'll definitely I'll send a message to JPL tonight and see what you see if he's still got it going. Get it? Pregnancy labor party pussies. Never mind, I'll just leave. Oh, I got it. I got it. Oh, no, it's not the 6969 number. I'm actually overhyping it 100%. It's just a very easy to remember number. Bro hasn't got an oh 07 in his number. Plus 44 69 69 420 20. No, now that you mentioned it, it's not even that good. Oh, I see that Liverpool and PSG have gone to extra time. That's a very dangerous situation for them. They might go out tonight. It's just a very easy to remember number. That's all it is. It's not even that special. I'll be perfectly honest. It's a bit crappy. I've got a bunch of double digits. Yeah, it's like it's similar to this. It's like oh 07. It's basically like oh 07, 400, 500, 600. It's like that. It's that kind of number where it's just like really easy to remember. Unfortunately, there's nothing dirty in it. You'd have to go down that. This is what I'm saying. I don't know how I've cultivated such a fucking community, but it's instantly like, oh, it's 69, isn't it? You're all fucked in the head, and it's not my fault. Like the fact that my streams descend into absolute bullshit is literally not on me. That is a perfect reflection of what this community is all about. But yeah, JVD, you've pretty much nailed it. It's pretty much like that. That's what my number's like. It's unreal. And as an old man, I need as much help as I can get. Because you talk about sex all the time. I fucking don't, bro. I'm actually very low key with it. It was really funny when we got into it last Sunday with all the boys. It was I realized, yeah, that people I know on here have terrible taste in females. I wonder if I don't think anyone's got a number that's sweet. That's some government shit. Yeah, for somebody who talks about vagina all the time, I get a very lack of it. I'm very lacking in that department. It's quite maybe that's why it comes out so much. I've just been slipping for years. Frankie, me and you in the same boat. We are elder statesmen dealing with juveniles. This is the issue, Sniff. It's just immature twats all over the gaff. You kids get off my grass moment. That's exactly what it is. I'm just a grumpy old cunt at this point. It would be a miracle if I still hang around. One man's trash is my motto when it comes to women. The thing is, Klaus, even though I think you go into the butter factory every time you hook up with a woman, I get your game plan. You're in it for the quality smashes, like, and I'm guessing that you very much like I used to be. You don't really take women out into the public eye, so you get to live with immunity. You get those like desperate smashes and then you move on with your life. You don't get judged for it. You're strictly in it for the quality game. And I respect it. I respect the hustle, sir. Tell me about those idiot kids driving my unk ass crazy. I told you, man, I'm still shell shocked here. I told you my colleague lost her finger yesterday. You might have missed that earlier on in the stream. I've literally seen every time I go into work, something fucked up happens. How you doing, Andy B? What's good, my man? What are we talking about? Fuck all, mate. Fuck all. Excuse my language, but not much. In fact, I always feel that way. And how am I still getting fucking emails at 10 o'clock at night from work? I'm deleting this shit. I keep one decent looking looking older lady on call for public. Yeah, Chrissy J. So I was telling the boys earlier, yeah, one of my colleagues, so there were two students having a fight, right? And one of them was getting the upper hand. And the kid that was getting battered tried to run out of the room. And as he was running out the room, he's gone to pull the door shut. And my colleagues somehow managed to get their finger, not just trapped in the door, it's literally the top of it's just come flying off. And then the rest of her finger was so crushed that they've had to amputate the whole finger. Fucked up. This is the kind of place where I work. Don't get me wrong, it's entertaining as fuck. I basically am. There's universities in this country that are full of just like rich retards. That their parents are paying for them to go to university, and they just go in and get coked up and drunk out of their mind, and they just do fucked up shit all day. You shouldn't be bloody like like in your late teens, early 20s, going to university and getting goddamn, I don't know. But yeah, God bless her. She actually had to have surgery this morning to get the rest of her finger removed. Imagine losing a limb as a professor. You go through university, you get your professor stripes, you go in. Never do you think in your wildest dreams would you lose a fucking finger. I'm going to be honest, Westy. It's got me nervous. It's got me nervous. And this is why, yeah, like I got kneed in the bollocks the other day, getting involved in a scrap, like standing in the middle of two kids fighting. One of them kneed me in the bollocks to try and push me out the way. Yeah, Chrissy J, I'm a professor, believe it or not. And I took a job in the most fucked up institution probably in this country. Losing a finger is actually mad. This is what I'm saying. And this is just the height of it. The stuff that I've seen at work, I've seen mad shit, bro. I told you the other day that, like last week, there was one of the students that climbed into like a pen, decided to take a shit in it, picked set shit up, and started running around throwing it at people. This is the kind of shit that I'm dealing with. I saw a teacher get knocked the fuck out, laid out like crosses on their eyes like a cartoon. There's just I'm keeping notes of this, and I'm gonna release it one day. Mad. They should join the UFC. They're all melanated kids too. Sniff, that's not what I said. You've made that part up entirely. I never once said that. I can't remember exactly what I said. I didn't really talk about the ratio of what there is to isn't. But you've definitely like Chrissy, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. I'm not gonna I've seen like mad shit. That's just the tip of the iceberg. But the thing is, as mad as it sounds here, it's entertaining working there. Because there's never a dull day. Like every day is absolutely mental. And the thing is, yeah, you guys know me by now, yeah. I'm such a chill person. I don't let any of this shit affect me. I just laugh. And most of my students like me anyway. I'll give you an example here. The first day that I went in, no word of a lie, This young girl walked up to me. She was like, I think she's 17 years old. She walked up to me, screamed nonce at me at the top of her lungs, and then ran off into the bushes. Crazy. That was literally the first like 20, 30 minutes I was there. Actually, you should just wear full plate mail. Um, I might just wear a helmet to work. I don't know. There's nothing I can. I'm gonna end up. The thing is, yeah, I'm predicting this now. One of these days, someone's gonna try and move to me, yeah, and I'm gonna bang them out, and I'm gonna get fired. And I don't mean bang them out in the fun way. I mean they're gonna get jawed or chinned. You laughed when she lost her digit. Not at all. I can be a very cynical bastard at the best of times because the thing is, yeah, they said it in the staff meeting. So someone went, "Oh, her name." They said her name and was like, "Unfortunately, blah 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 lost a finger today. It was an accident." And then they tried to just brush it off and move on. And I was literally sat there like, "Am I fucking tripping? Did I just hear what they just said?" And then I brought it up again at the end of the meeting, and they were like, "Yeah, lost her finger. Wild shit." Fan of the channel. Yo, Northwest 425. How you doing, my brother? If you, by the way, if anyone here is feeling rather generous tonight, please get over to Northwest 425's channel. Northwest, I'm not sure if you're modded or not. I assume you are. Send some donations to Northwest's channel immediately. He's a homeless gentleman, one of the best blokes I know on YouTube. Really good dude, and he could use your support. So if you could shoot some donations in Northwest's way, I'd really appreciate it. Because I'm never going to accept donations off any of you cunts, but I would very gladly be happy if you guys would show Northwest 425 some love. What comment, Andrew? Oh, hold. Yeah. It's really good to see you, Northwest. It's been a while since I've caught you in here. And I don't see you go live much anymore. I think there's something up with my, because like I said, like JVD's channel, for example, pops up after the live is over. I get it like the next day. It's fucking annoying. And then I have to watch it not live, and then I can't get involved. It sucks ass. But yeah, shout out to Northwest. Any amount you guys can send would be awesome. I really appreciate it. Northwest, you should sub to Giuliano Argenta. You should, because Giuliano has money coming out of his dick hole, and he's a very generous dude. I'm sure he'd hook you up. Burns money for fun over there. Although I think he's got me by the balls with the bet he made with me recently, but that's another story. Me too, Casino Road. Fuck me. Yeah, drop Gilly's link, and I'll let him know about you as well. I should have done it a while ago. And shout out to Sniff and his channel as well. You're in Silver Lake. Hang on, I just need to double check. I need to check up on this Liverpool game. This might go to penalties, man. Frank, this is a serious question. When was the last time you shut off your phone? It's been a minute, you know. I don't remember the last time. Are you leading into something with this? Giuliano likes to help people. He definitely does. Giuliano is that guy. He's a real generous guy. Oh, I guess I was subbed to him. Yeah, most people are. Half of YouTubers apparently subbed to him. He's doing very well. But yeah, really good dude. I think he's live right now, isn't he? Who's still live? Let's have a look. Musical is still live. Oh, Bodak's live. So I'll probably lead off into him at some point, but not. And Gilly is live right now. Nice hustle. Yeah, it fucking is, mate. Frankie, have you ever smashed a melanated woman while listening to the Eagles? How would you feel about me if I said yes? How would you feel about me if I said yes? I mean, you've got to smash to the Eagles at least once. I'm an NPC, bro. I told you. I'm a fucking NPC out here. Does he help homeless people though? He absolutely would. He's a good dude. Musical as well as live. I saw Pick'em is live. I've never watched Pick'em. Never have. I've heard he's a good dude as well. Bodak is live. Yeah, he is. I will send people Bodak's way when I fuck off, but I'm literally gonna hang out for about 20 more minutes. Sniff, we probably have a lot more in common than you realize. We're definitely gonna hang out one day and have a beer and probably do some fucking microdosing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that would Sniff. There's got to be some way. Yeah, we've been talking brutally musical and a couple of others. We're gonna rent a house in the summer for International Fight Week, and we're gonna do like a free 4-day live stream. Um, we need to find a way to get you over. I don't know how we're gonna get you into the country, but I feel like you would be a nice addition to that team. Not me. I heard melanin is contagious. Yeah, Hustle, you have a very strict type of female, don't you? Sniff, you and I have the same thing in common is that in that we've dabbled in that kind of situation, but it's resulted in certain things happening that maybe we didn't plan. Pickham is a good dude, kind of Indian. No comment. I've heard he's a good dude. That's nice. Yeah, I've been on one or two of his lives, but it's just again, it's not really my type of thing, to be honest. One of these nights by the Eagles, while Choco boobs bounce in my face. Yeah, boy, Choco boobs. Sniff, you are the most confusing individual I've ever encountered. Are you one of those dudes here that like hates certain people, but then you dabble in it so that you get a rush from doing things that you believe are wrong? Because I fully understand. It's got to be so wrong that it feels right. That's usually the kind of thing that I'm up to. I love Pickham's channel. What kind of videos does he do, Kloss? Is he just like similar to the rest of us, where he does like, well, obviously he picks fights, I'm assuming, and then does lives. Does he actually make like MMA content as well, just outside of that? Yes, we both have made biracial mistakes. But I don't consider my Asian dabbling to be biracial mistakes. You know that I'm not into apples at all. And for those of you who don't understand the lingo, an apple would be a tasty white female. I don't mess with white women. I never have. Not worth the effort, in my opinion. That's Rigo for me, not my type of person I enjoy to watch. I don't even know what Rigo does. No idea. Yeah, he does anything MMA. Fair play. I mean, that's the thing with me in MMA now. I'm not really that bothered anymore. I just talk about whatever comes up. But the line is drawn when it comes to gay stuff. I'm with you, Sniff. I'm with you. I mean, they've got to have a vagina, a natural vagina. That's my number one rule. That's Frankie for me. Can't stand that cunt. Ugh. Betting breakdowns for every organization, and he does one for a few guys that does live companions, one FC and Ryzen. See, that's the thing. There's a niche in that. I know that Asher has done really well doing that. Um, City Life Project. This guy literally watches everything under the sun. If there are two like little Indian kids scrapping on the card, scrapping on the street. Sorry, he's breaking it down and betting on it somehow. The knowledge and know-how that guy has about the game is insane. He hates inbred Dagestanis though, so he's got that going for him. My hatred for Dagestanis has waned over the years. I don't have the energy for it anymore. And some of them are actually secretly quite funny, so I'm all right with it. Yes, natural vagina, not an open wound they call a vagina. Indeed. Thanks for putting that image. I mean, all vaginas look like an open wound, but let's not get into that. I don't want to put you boys off because I'm not a bumhole guy either. All right, quick reminder to everyone to like the stream. I'm going to be hanging around for a little while longer. And if you feel like, if there's anything you feel like you want to talk about, now's the time. It's usually a free for all in here, but Tuesdays, I quite like them for being a little bit more low key. And I have a feeling this Liverpool game's about to go to penalties. So I'm going to try and catch that if I can. Anything else you degenerates want to talk about while we're here? Northwest, how have things been going with you and your missus? Have you managed to navigate that situation? Because I know it must be tricky, um, obviously being homeless and maintaining a relationship. I mean, what even is a vagina really when you deep it? That's the thing. I try not to get too philosophical with it. Neo vagina sounds insane. Mate, I'm glad that I'm gonna be dead in a few years because to be honest, the way that things are going, we're all gonna be. It's gonna get to a point where there's gonna be real life like women out on the streets when really they're just AI fucking fuckbots, which doesn't sound as bad as I made it out to be. Now that I think about it. What up, Frankie? You talk about BJ Penn skitzing out. I mean, when hasn't he skitzed out? BJ Penn is literally the poster child for CTE. It's just pathetic at this point. Has BJ Penn signed up to that geriatrics league yet? Homeless vagina must be next level stink. Kloss, you sound like you're intrigued, bro. I mean, I guess there could be benefits. I don't think Northwest's girlfriend is homeless, or maybe I misunderstood that. BJ Penn is on meth, I promise you. Definitely is. I was never really the biggest BJ Penn fan. I kind of joined when he was waning. I kind of became an MMA fan when he was sort of slipping out of the game a little bit and had become a bit of a laughing stock. I basically came in when Anderson Silva was at his pomp. B7, thanks for watching some of those shorts earlier, man. I go through stages with my shorts where I watch them and I'm like cringingly embarrassed, but I just leave them up. Because I basically do AI shorts now. I don't even double check them. Meth or CTE, there could be both of it going on. I mean, he's definitely got brain damage and he's definitely up to he's living the life out in Hawaii. He's gonna have like a Marlon Brando type exit from this universe. He's gonna be like he's gonna go out sad, unfortunately. Oh man, BJ was my guy. Queef sleeve. What's good? Queef sleeve. That's fucking original and hurtful. How you doing, Machua? What's good, my brother? That AOC was hilarious. I mean, that was I've said if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I'm definitely partially, if not at least half retarded. Nothing ever comes out of my mouth that makes sense or is I go back to like when these AI things pop up, I swear to God, I get sent stuff like because I'm obviously using Restream and they have like a AI thing that makes the shorts for me. I get them sent to me and I'm like, I can't believe I said that. I'm just on autopilot at this point. How was Pusher? I haven't seen it yet. It's on the list. If you could send me another link, that would be very, very helpful. I'm definitely going to give it a go. In fact, I might watch it during work tomorrow because I'm hopeful that I might have one or two free moments to get it done. I fucking knew it. Well, I didn't say when I was going to watch it. And I did watch Bleeder to be fair. So I'm not a complete bullshitter. I promise you I'll watch it. I'll get round to it. You JVD, you have no idea how much little time I've got in my life. I went from having way too much time on my hands to do whatever I want to now basically being like, I only live stream more now because if I didn't, my channel would fall apart. I feel like I'm struggling to like make use of well, I'm very productive, but like I feel like every waking moment is taken up with doing something these days. I'm actually putting way less effort into my content than I used to, and I'm here a lot more than I used to be. For good or for worse, for good or for bad. Smiths fan, I promise you I'm gonna watch it. If you could send me a link on Discord, I'll watch it tomorrow. Because I don't really use what do you call it? Um torrents anymore. Because they always fuck my computer up. But I will watch it. Swear to God. I'm down. So I think the next time I'll be live is going to be probably on Thursday. I think that's going to be the next time. And then I'll be on Thursday, Friday, and I don't even know if I'll be on for pre this next card because it is absolutely terrible. Absolutely terrible. So is there anything else anybody wants to talk about before I fuck off? I am a human and I need to be loved. You still got hope in your heart, then. I literally don't care about anything anymore. Apart from my kids, that's it. That's literally all I've got left. Oh. And I'm just clinging on right now. I've got 2.5 weeks of work left. And then it's some blaze of glory time. Let off some real steam. But I really need to get some genuine ideas from you guys about what to do when I get over there. Fucking hell, it's still 1-0 to PSG. Jesus Christ. Match stats. Roman via round 1 sub. No fucking way, sir. Marvin Vittori is going to beat him up. Roman Dolidze is awful. And he's married to a dragon. He must really regret pumping his seed into that awful cunt. Because that's exactly what Cheyenne Vlismas is. She is awful. And if you've ever seen Mikey in here, he knows both of them, and he's like, yeah, she's an horrible cunt. Being homeless and living in a tree doesn't sound so bad sometimes, to be honest. I mean, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'm sure there are some advantages. I don't believe it. I just like the way it sounds. Oh, it's a Smiths lyric. I would have never picked up on that. JPL Hooper, how you doing? Have you seen Anora yet, bro? What's Anora? Hang on a sec. Anora. Maybe you can send me a link. Mickey Madison is Anora. I have not seen this. Is it good? A young sex worker from Brooklyn meets and impulsively marries the son of an oligarch. Well, that sounds fantastic. Thing is, man, I don't have time to go to the movies to see anything that's not like kid related. You know, like because I only have time to take my son to the movies. So I'm gonna basically have to wait for it to, you know, a good, perfectly legal copy to come out, and I'll give it a go. It's like I want to see that Mickey 27 as well. I'm not sure if it's any good or not, or Mickey 19 or whatever the fuck it's called, or Mickey 17. I don't know, some number. But I know I'm not gonna have the time to watch it. No, this card isn't bad. JPL, you're always the paragon of like optimism. This card is dog shit. It's legit awful. Good stream turned into the usual Frankie live in the last 20 minutes. It's been Tuesday is always chill because everyone's gone through their first Monday of the week. All the bad feelings are flushed out, and everyone's just in a chill mood on Tuesday. Colton G, how you doing, my guy? What's good, you little grapist? How are you? Always good to have you turn up. Much like Mickey 69, that's what it should have been called. But yeah, I've heard mixed things about it. I was looking forward to it because it's the same director that did Parasite, I think. And I'm a big Robert Pattinson fan because I've been told that I look like him, which if you met me in person is somewhat true. I'm like Robert Pattinson if he did meth for like 4 years. Apparently. I'll take it. Good to see you, Colton. Hope you're good, my G. Oh, but yeah, I need to speak to you anyway, JPO, because I have a friend who's been well, not a friend. It's well, not a friend necessarily. It's yeah, Bong Joon Ho. That's the guy's name. Because Parasite was fucking decent. I'm just wondering if he can translate, you know, to an American audience. I'm not sure, but I'm willing to give it a go. Also, did The Host, one of the best monster movies. Yeah, I mean, he's a terrific director. Korean cinema right now is where it's at. They've had a really big boost in the last few years because they're very creative. Because they're willing. They don't really have to color within the lines, you know. Whereas Hollywood now has just become dusty and awful. Same old shit just recycled over and over again. No risk taken. It's a shame. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Still 1-0. All right, boys. I think I'm gonna call it a day for tonight. I'll be back on Thursday. What we'll do? Let me see who's online at the moment. I'm assuming Jay. I'm assuming. Oh, Gilly's online and Bodak is online. Maybe we could head over. I'm trying to think. Bodak's only got 4 people in there. Let's head over to Bodak and show my guy some love. He's very, very close to 300 subscribers at the moment, and he's always entertaining. Have you done the movie stream yet? I have not. I tried to do it a couple of times. The thing is that when we didn't plan it, we got into a fucking amazing conversation about it. And then whenever I've like posed a question as part of a live stream plan, everyone just ignores it. So I feel like we've got to like organically get it going again. I need a Frankie YouTube short upload every day. They crack me up. What's up, bro? I'm really good, man. I had another. I was telling the boys earlier in a. I've had a mad one at work. One of my colleagues got her finger severed in an incident, so I've been kind of a little bit shell shocked from that. But apart from that, man, everything's been good. Shout out to Orange Cat MMA. If you guys aren't subscribed to that guy, get over there. He finally got over. Well, I say finally. He got over 1,000 subs recently. Very well deserved, and is a very entertaining YouTuber as well. So give my boy a fucking sub. Everyone tell Bodak Beckham is more physical than Trent. That will really piss him off. So yeah, we're gonna head over to I assume Orange Cat that you're subscribed to Bodak, but let's get over to him. Show my boy some love. Okay, nice one, JPL. I've got yeah, it's basically Paradox has been asking me about it very specifically. He's looking for a ticket to um to the show. Um Holy shit, like finger completely off the hand. Yeah, bro. She got in the middle of 2 people scrapping, 2 big guys scrapping, and then one of them pussied out in the middle of the fight and tried to run, and as he slammed the door, she got her finger trapped, and it came fucking flying off. Gross as shit. It was literally like a cartoon. And now she lost, like, half of her finger, and then the rest of it was so crushed that she's had to have the rest of it removed today. So, I was saying this, like, imagine training to be a professor, going through all that university and whatnot, going the hard way, and then you get your fucking finger chopped off in the middle of the wo you wouldn't think that that would be possible. She's not working in a fucking coal mine or whatever. But yeah, that's the world we live in now. That is the world we live in. Anyway, I'm gonna head over to Bodak myself. Let me just pull him up here. The Bodak show. If you boys could head over there, I would be eternally grateful. Only a woman would try and grab a slamming door. I mean, that's a fair point as well. I mean, the fact that it happened is rather disturbing and retarded, but she's a nice lady and I don't want to take the piss because she really does try to like she puts herself in harm's way a lot of the time when she fucking shouldn't. But It is what it is, and I hope she recovers because that's a fucked up thing to happen. Anyway, guys. Oh, shout out to you. Shout out to you, S Dogs. I'm actually about to fuck off. Orange Cat, subscribe to S Dogs MMA. S Dogs MMA, subscribe to Orange Cat. Let's keep this community growing and boosting. Me and Eric are live in 5 minutes, bro. Fucking hell. I sent you a message, a voice note this morning. So try and holler back at me when you got time. I'm gonna fuck off now because I'm exhausted and I've got stuff to do. Gave him a Northie, you legend. Get over to him as well. He's a good lad. It's good to have you back, Northie. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna watch this fucking penalty shootout, which it looks like where it's going. And I'm gonna go to bed. I've got another day in hell tomorrow. Shout out to all of you. Get your asses over to my boy here. And I'll catch you all on Thursday. Orange Cat, we'll get something going soon. For sure. Shout out to you. Shout out to S Dogs MMA Talk. Actually, get over to S Dogs MMA Talk at some point as well and give him a sub. He's an absolute legend in the game. Much love to all of you. But get over to Bodak now and show him some love. Peace, my guys. I'll post it in here one more time.